I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and let's focus on verses 14 and 15. For it is just like a man going on a journey, and he called his own slaves, and he turned over his possessions to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, each according to his own ability. Now, in most circles, the words gifted and talented are synonymous, right? I've been in the music business my whole adult life, and oftentimes you hear this person is so gifted and talented. And while gifts and talents are both attributed to grace, each has a unique purpose, I believe. Gifts, or spiritual gifts, are abilities that the Lord bestows to all people who are believers, and really non-believers are gifted as well. But ultimately, He has bestowed them to them so that they can accomplish a work which He has called them to accomplish. Now, each person is created to glorify God uniquely. Doesn't mean that all people will surrender to the gospel. It's just that the purpose for their creation is to glorify Him, and He has gifted them to do that. Now, God desires everyone use their gifts for His glory. And sadly, most people don't attribute their gifts to God. They simply choose to think of themselves as extraordinary, and then they seek to use their God-given gifts to glorify themselves. Now, gifts can come in combinations, like the contents of a piñata, for example. Everyone has a gift set. It's not that you just have one little gift. You have a set of gifts. And that's varied, and it's unique. And still, 1 or 2 gifts usually dominate the others. Now, that's gifts. I consider talent as an opportunity in which to invest your gift in God's kingdom. So, when the Lord gives a talent, He always matches the opportunity with your ability. Hence, we get that term, gifted and talented. Perhaps you've heard that phrase, where God guides, God provides. And I would add, when God provides a spiritual gift, He always guides us to a place specifically to invest that gift. And those who follow His leading with investing their gifts in God's kingdom, well, then they see an increase. They make an impact. And the increase is directly proportional to the talent-gift combination. So, increase is measured, number 1, in kingdom impact, and number 2, in your personal growth. So, your faith broadens as you are impacted by God working through you, as you seize the opportunity to invest your gift in the things that God has called you to. And as your faith grows and becomes stronger, then the Lord gives you greater opportunities, and it all spirals upward. First off, you surrender to the Lord. Then you seek His Word. Faith comes by hearing, hearing by the Word of God. You realize that I have been gifted to invest these gifts in the world, and by faith I'm going to step out. Then God proves faithful to what He called you to, and then now your faith is growing. Because why? Because the Word which was spoken to you from the Bible now is no longer a thing that you have faith in. It's a thing that you have experience in. Luke chapter 12, verse 48, to whom much has been given, much will be required, and to whom they entrusted much, of him they will ask all the more. So, let's say that you ignore God's talent, right? Perhaps you're scared or you're unsure to invest your gifts in the things that God has called you to. Well, in that case, the kingdom doesn't grow, and nor do you. You see, burying your talent negatively impacts your faith. And you never give the Lord a chance to build your faith by showing His increase as He works through you. Instead of stretching, you shrink. So the Lord may send someone else to accomplish what you refuse to begin. And then that person, along with the person who was invested in, well, they both reap the increase. Everyone is gifted, let me say it again, and every believer has the privilege and opportunity to labor in the kingdom. So let's be sensitive to how God leads us today, and let's invest the gifts that He has given to us in opportunities that He presents. thus reaping the rewards of the faithful. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? Because we need your monthly support now more than ever. Donating is secure and easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.